Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the show, and I'm here to recap. Sorry, I'll turn it to you. I'm here to talk about Monday night Raw. Happened at 2 p.m. today in Dusseldorf, Germany. Fans in the U.S., like me, had a special start time of 2 p.m. Eastern. January 12th edition. As it hits the Netflix airways, here's what was advertised for the show. AJ Styles and Gunther was advertised. Io Sky and Rhea Ripley celebrate winning the tag titles. Penta and Dragon, Dragon Lee. Sorry, I get confused with all these luchadors. Penta and Dragon Lee face Bronson Reed and Penta. Bronson Reed and Austin Theory, and CM Punk was speak. Monday Night Raw. Thought it was a good show. I don't say it was a great show, but I thought it was a good show. Just get that out of the way. Let's go over what happened tonight. So, tag champions. So Raw opened obviously recap. And then the obligatory shots that people were out to the arena, which I wish they'd stop doing that, but they keep doing, but they won't. It was cool to start when they started doing that, but you don't need to do it. But Rhea and Io made their way to the ring. She said it was a long road to the titles, but they finally beat the Kabuki Warriors to claim gold. Sky said Asuka and Kairi Sane have no respect, but she and Ripley each respect each other, and that's why they won. Ripley said they're going to issue a challenge to any tag team. But before she could finish her sentence, Liv and Roxanne come out. Roxanne. Anyway, they come out to state their claim at a title shot. It didn't take long for them. Bayley and Lyra comes out. Pretty standard. The new champions have multiple people wanting a title shot segment. We've seen this kind of thing countless times before. It's an easy way to create multiple paths for the story to go on, I guess. Asuka, Kairi come out, showed up, pulled the champions out of the ring for a huge brawl ensued. Sky and Ripley recovered and cleaned the ring. Decent segment, but it didn't make any of the challengers look like real threats. And this is the thing with the tag titles. Like, they don't have many threats for the tag titles. That's just the truth. It is what it is. It's always going to make your champions look strong, but when you're trying to build a new feud, you need the challengers to look like they had the champions number in one way or another, and this segment kind of failed to do that. And why did I feel like the shots of the superstars arriving in the ring took longer than usual? So, whatever way to open the show. We had Javon Evans' first match versus Bravo Americana. I wish they'd they would stop with these fucking Americanas. But one of the recent NXT call-ups was in action this week. He took on 1/3 of the Americano tree. As usual, Grande and Rayo Americano were by their partner's side. Evans took control early. Uses agility to keep Bravo off balance. He had a series of high-flying moves that had the crowd cheering for him. He turned things around with a dive over the top rope, followed by a running knee strike. Minutes later, the OG Cutter got the win. This was a short match, but they managed to make it entertaining with a handful of impressive spots. Javon Evans looked really good, as usual, out there in the ring. But he was forced to retreat when all three masked men started attacking him. If this match had more time and Bravo was allowed to wrestle his style, it could have probably been the best match honestly on the show. But for what it had, it was actually entertaining even with a short match. In case you didn't know, Bravo is Tyler Bate and Rayo is Pete Dunne. Slay no. And then a triple threat with the teams involved in the opening segment was announced to find new number one contenders for the women's tag titles. And some stuff with the Judgment Day. Liv was telling Finn Balor he needs to take things seriously because he's only one of the group and not chasing a title. Which kind of was a little bit of a hint what would happen later. The champion speaks after a break. CM Punk came out to address the crowd following his title defense last week against Braun Breaker, a successful title defense. He talked about being on the road to WrestleMania, how anything can happen. He mentioned Cody Rhodes losing the WWE title as an example, but he said he plans to be champion forever and he's moving past the division. Looked like he was going to make this short promo, but Balor came out to interrupt before Punk could leave. He said he isn't waiting for the Rumble or Rumble or Chamber to get his title shot. Punk said he's been waiting for Finn to take his shot, but he's been too busy playing video games and shining Morgan's shoes. He said he wanted to put the title on the line against Balor tonight, which got a loud pop from the crowd. Balor said he wanted to wait till next week when they're in his home country of Ireland. Punk agreed, but said he would still be the champion for next week. Pretty straightforward segment, but that worked to its benefit. A match people want to see, so they did take a complicated route to get here. Balor and Punk did a good job here. The Kabuki Warriors versus Bayley and Lyra versus Roxanne and Liv, a triple threat match to determine the new #1 contenders. All 6 of these women are good performers in the ring, so it's no surprise that they worked well together to put out a fun match. I think all 6 women participated in several spots, but the action got away from them, and the ref had to remind Asuka there was no tag when Sane tried to pin Morgan. Other than that awkward moment, this was a solid performance from everyone in this match. Liv scored the win, Oblivion, and so Roxanne and Liv become the new #1 contenders. WWE seems to have toned down the mood swing part of Bayley's character, which is probably for the best. It was a questionable storyline to begin with, but it also didn't seem to be going anywhere. And the 3 people trading pins the way they did in the beginning never makes sense. You know it's going to get broken up. I just hate when they do that. But other than that, I thought it was a pretty good tag match. Ray Cale again, so conducting an interview with Michael Cole conducting an interview with Ray Cale on the stage. He said he was surprised to see her stoop so low to attack an injured champion last week. She said she is tired of waiting. She's tired of waiting around against Drew out of the title. Stephanie showed up and security made Rodriguez leave, but returned a few moments later. She attacked him again. She slammed her injured leg into the concrete floor before finally leaving. This was a short segment that repeated the same story beats as our previous encounter, but it also kind of worked. Like having Rodriguez continually tagging injured champion is going to do one of 2 things. We're either going to see her end this story as champion, which doubt it, or it's going to lead to Valkyrie looking like a fighting champion who can retain her title even when the odds are stacked against her. So it's going to, but I would say they're going to, I don't know when they're going to do this match. Bronson Reed and Austin Theory versus AJ Dragon Lee, and Penta. Lee and Penta won by disqualification. Like, Penta and Lee are both good performers. Reed is one of the best big men in WWE. In theory, he's a young star who's yet, I guess, to reach his full potential. So there's more than enough tail in the ring makes a good match. It may have followed a predictable pattern, but the way it ended was surprising, as that Lee was celebrating at ringside after a successful move. Breaker pedaled nowhere to spear him out of his boots. Breaker and the Vision continued their assault despite Pierce trying to tell them to stop. He got in Breaker's face, and it took everyone in the Vision to hold him back from beating up the GM. Heyman tried to talk everyone down, but Pierce told all of them to get out of the building. When the show returned, Pierce suspended Breaker indefinitely. Man, Pierce is good at his job. I'll say that. He's good at his job. But yeah, I thought this was solid. And then the main event, AJ Styles and Gunther. I thought the best thing in the show. Great main event. Like, unsurprisingly, these 2 veterans put on a great show. They made sure to sell all the big spots. This is a combination that could have been a great world title feud during Gunther's title reign, but they only ever fought on house shows. And it's go over the ending. So Gunther broke out the calf crusher again by slamming Styles' hand to the mat multiple times, but the Phenomenal One locked in again. Styles thought Gunther tapped and released the hold. The ref didn't see it. Gunther hit a low blow while the ref had his back turned, which led to him hitting a power bomb for the win. The way scene was a little confusing since the camera didn't show Gunther tap, but we got a better angle of it after the bout was over. So I know. I mean, I'm kind of mixed on how it ended there. Like, it was a creative way to end the match, or creative way near the end. Like, kind of creative, but now fans are going to chant, "You tapped out, you tapped out." Is that really much heat on Gunther? I mean, I thought it was creative, but I can see why people are like, "Oh, he's going to get more you tapped out chants." I get it. But they had a really good match. Hopefully they can get this match at WrestleMania. But he made AJ think he won, and he gets a dirty win. I guess maybe get heat, I don't know. But it's better than interference. That's definitely clever. So let's go over the final word. So Monday Night Raw from Germany was a pretty down the middle episode, but it had a couple of highlights worth noting, like the women's triple threat tag match was a lot of fun, and Evans had an entertaining match with Bravo earlier in the show. However, the main event was the best thing. Even with a wonky ending, Styles and Gunther put on a great performance that proved WWE should have paired them up for a feud sooner. But with Saturday night's main event, the Royal Rumble, is coming up right around the corner. WWE's about to enter a super busy season, so lots of some surprises in store along the road to WrestleMania. But yeah, I'll give it a 7.5 out of 10. I thought it was a good show. There were some good things I liked, and there were some things that were whatever. So I'll give it a 7.5 out of 10. But yeah, that's all to say for Monday Night Raw. So leave a like, subscribe for more. Peace.